minutes of pure entertainment with musicians, writers, and actors to motivators, chefs, and even rappers to up-and-comings with the it factor. It's the Jazzie KWard coming at ya. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs. Tune in, chime in, sit back, relax. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs.
Happy Friday, everyone. I'm sorry, happy Thursday. I'm so ready for the weekend. I said, happy Friday. Hey, everybody, I am Jazzie KWard, and welcome to another great show of Artist Talk. We have a special guest tonight. International recording artist Patrick Lamb is our special guest. So go ahead and start sharing those videos. I appreciate you so much. Don't forget, what I need you to do is to go over to KWard Radio, my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, and right over there, there's a little notification bell. Make sure you hit that twice, so you can get all the notification. Go back and check out these awesome shows, amazing conversations, because everyone on the show has that it factor. And Patrick Lamb is definitely one of those guys who has that it factor. We're going to talk about, his music, what's been going on, and all that jazz. And while you're doing that, go to KWardRadio.com and subscribe to my website. A lot of great things coming there. I see people coming in the room. So my next guest tonight, Mr. Patrick Lamb, he could be heard worldwide. He's had 3 singles, the top 5 on the U.S. Billboard charts. Also, he's a part of the Oregon Music Hall of Fame. He also received the Independent Spirit Award by the city of Portland. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. So let me just show you a little snippet of Patrick Lamb and why he has that it factor right here on Artist Talk. I'm just over here jamming. I tell you, all I need is just a little glass of wine, just a little bit of red wine and some Patrick Lamb, and the night is going to be amazing. I'm so excited to talk to my friend. I feel like we've just been like social media. We've been talking a lot through social media, and I am so glad to be able to have this conversation. So everyone, please share the video, share the live, and share the love. And let's welcome international recording artist, saxophonist, and vocalist Patrick Lamb to Artist Talk.
Jazzy, how are you? Can you hear me okay? How are you guys?
I can
How
hear
are
you.
you?
I'm good. Welcome, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you for having me on the show, man. What a blessing. I'm so looking forward to when we can get back to hugging each other. And we've had this whole, I follow you because you have all the, so many positive sayings that I don't think that, I thought I'd heard them all until I see your page. And so I follow your page with
Right.
just encouraging, just blessings for everybody, that you put out there. And so I share your stuff a good bit because it's such a blessing to everyone, I think, and what you're doing for artists out there. I really appreciate it. We felt that affinity for each other, and I feel grateful to actually see you sort of in person, but more, more in person than before.
Yeah.
Steps.
I understand. So next time, Patrick, I know you were hanging out. I call it the green room in the back. Next time I have you some cranberry juice, some cheese, some crackers, and some things before we start the show next time.
That's a beautiful thing. I love that. It's you're a class act, and it's just great to be part of what you're doing with different artists around the world. And I feel like I'm just getting started. That's kind of the irony of this whole thing. I know it's I don't know, life is full of new beginnings, and with this lockdown that we've had, I felt like many people just kind of disconnected from
Right.
people, but also in a good way, being able to, the flip side of that coin is you have to go inside and kind of look at what's important. And for me, it was just a big study hall, spiritually for me, musically, for being able to practice more. And I think a lot of people can relate, probably feel rejuvenated in some strange, strange way of taking lemons and making lemonade out of this thing. And so you've been a standout through all of that. Thanks for thanks for having me on the show. This is great.
Yeah. And I kept saying I've got to get my friend Patrick Lamb on the show. But before I go into that again, I just want to say hello to people. I see you coming in the room. Hey, Chico, U.S. Brits is digging Patrick Lamb. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Chico.
And Gerald said, Jazzy, it's Thursday. Slow down, right? I think I'm so ready for the weekend. My friend Gerald, he's also amazing. Thank you so much. But Patrick, I remember when I first heard your music, at the radio station. I think we had some music. I was like, who is Patrick Lamb? So you're going to hear me say a lot. Shame on you. So shame on me for not knowing Patrick a lot sooner.
Oh, well, I feel it's all a blessing. It's all a process. And I've been a side person to a lot of different artists, over the years, starting with Diane DeShure, Bobby Caldwell, with Smokey Robinson, Gino Vanelli now for the last 12 years. And so I've had so much fun, really. And they're really some of the people, if I had to sit down on planet Earth and be like, who would you like to tour with?
Right.
Those would be the people, I think of some different pop tours, you can wish for like bigger, there's certainly bigger artists in terms of following, but
right.
If I was on a pop gig, I might just be like, just playing like, da-da,
right.
Da-da, that's it. And, you know what I mean? No disrespect to anybody, because I love to do some ginormous pop tours also, but it's just they've been full musically. They've been challenging. Every step along the way has challenged me to do something new. Like with Bobby, he had me playing strings and singing falsetto with ladies. He was like, and Gino has had me record backgrounds vocals on his records, and so I've learned to just say yes and then practice your ass off, and then practice your butt off, and then just rise to the opportunity. So in some senses, I feel like I've been just in a long study hall, and like I'm just getting started. That sounds weird. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I can say you definitely have that it factor, Patrick. And again, if no one, whoever is watching the show, goes back and watch the replay, if you don't know Patrick Lamb, shame on you. Shame on you. Hopefully you'll get to know him.
Oh my gosh.
Close and personal as well as go to his website, patricklamb.com. But I wanted to ask you, Patrick, Diane Shure, I've been a big fan of hers for long. How did that relationship come about? How did you start working with Diane?
Oh my gosh, I was just starting to go out to the clubs in Portland. I started at those beginning band programs that a lot of people don't think are important. Let me tell you, those are very, very important, because if it weren't for a beginning band, I would have never been introduced to the saxophone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Jazzie, nobody's coming to these 10, 12-year-old kids and knocking on their door and saying, "Hey, would you like to play the saxophone?" I mean, It has to be somewhere in the structure of your society so you can bump into it. So at any rate, in answer to your question, I had gotten out there, I was starting to play in the clubs, I was starting to get some gigs, and I had a call from a friend of mine, Tim Bryson, who played in a band called Body and Soul, and he couldn't make the gig because he had a prior engagement. And he was like, "Hey, I've got this call from this guy in New York, and it's with Diane Shure." And I was like, "Who?" I didn't know who she was. So, and I ended up, I took the gig, and then I got the records, her records from this guy in New York, her manager, and they all had Stan Getz on it. And I was like,
right.
I was like, okay. And then, so I transcribed everything off the records, every solo. I learned it. And then our first gig was at this place called the Schnitzer Hall in Portland. And just to show how naive I was, I didn't know what this hall, it's the biggest hall in Portland, but it was out of my wheelhouse. I was playing little clubs. And our first show was sold out. And I'd never experienced that before. So I remember going down Broadway, looking for the address, and looking up at the Schnitzer Hall. I was like,
right.
"Oh, this is it right here. Mm-hmm. Oh, how do I get in?" Mm-hmm. And so that was, I learned all the solos. I played that night with her, and then she notices everything. So she said, "Beautiful job. I'd like you to start touring with me." So that's kind of how that started.
Okay. Amazing. So, ladies, if you're just coming into the show, I'm Jazzie KWard, your host here. You're watching here on Artist Talk. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to have more conversation with Patrick Lamb, and we're going to have a performance. You don't want to miss it. So go pop you some popcorn, pour you some water, cranberry juice, and come right back. Hi, this is Jazzie KWard, your host for Saturday Jazz Affair on FM 90.7 WVAS. Join me for a new segment of Artist Talk. That's 10 a.m. Central Standard Time each Saturday on WVAS. We're going to talk to artists about their music, have great conversation, and much more. That's on Artist Talk on 90.7 FM WVAS. Of course, you can stream the show via WVASFM.org. I hope you can tune in.
Come on in. I've been waiting for you. I just can't get enough.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the show Artist Talk. I'm Jazzie KWard, and we were talking with international recording artist, saxophonist. He's a vocalist. He has that it factor, y'all.
Oh, Jazz, thank you. I do my best. Thank you for having me.
Hey, Michelle. She said, Patrick, you're so worthy of this interview. Enjoying the inside story of your life lessons. Practice. Thank you so much, Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Chico. Thank you so much.
So Patrick, your latest album, Soul Ties, I think 2018, the Homebrew Tailgate songs. Let me tell you, that's on my Spotify list. When I DJ weddings, let me tell you, I always start like a Soul Train line with the tailgate.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, you know, I will do this.
Bring me out to the neighborhood. Let's get a party started. I know, you know, I can't wait to get out to see you guys and actually play, you know, for people, you know, and just let's get it going.
I know. We just can't wait to get it going. Hey, D Twin. I appreciate it, my brother. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hey, Chico, thank you. And my friend Kenneth Wynn, thank you so much.
Hi, Kenneth.
So again, if you have questions for Patrick Lamb, what I want you guys to do also is to go over to patricklamb.com, subscribe to his website, and also, y'all, purchase his music. His music is amazing. Go buy everybody, share with your friends and your family, purchase a CD. I wanted to ask you too, Patrick, do you sign copies of CDs?
Absolutely. You know, I have a website called patricklambstuff.com that has CDs and T-shirts, you know, 8x10s, whatever you want, key rings. I'll sign it. I'll sign anything. Okay. I'll sign it. Right. I'll sign anything. Hats, and certainly my music. You definitely help keep the band and me working, and plus just that connection. It's all about connection, and we're in the happiness business together. So you know, I appreciate it. I take nothing for granted, not one thing. So thank you.
It's all about support, and you know, you may not see this, Pat. You know, a lot of artists. To me, and I'm not going to call any artist name, but to me, you are at the top, my friend. You can hang with the best. I think Patrick Lamb is in his own lane, but hey, you're top notch.
You're super kind, and I'm kind of in my own world. I don't think about myself in any of the, you know, in those ways. I'm just doing what God puts in front of me, and trying to create a little joy and some unique music along the way. And I've really had a lot of help along the way. When I look at God's path for me, and where I come from to now, it's a living testimony of the things that I've overcome, and that He's helped me through when I didn't think anybody was there. So yeah, I know a lot of you can relate. So
we have a question from Gerald for you, Patrick. It said you and Diane did one of his favorite songs, "Meet Me Tonight." Is that on a CD?
Yes, it's called Midnight. It's called Midnight. And actually, I think on my YouTube channel, I have a performance on the Craig Kilborn show. If you want to subscribe, if you want to, sorry for the shameless plug. If you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, it has almost 1 million views, and it has a bunch of different tours and stuff. And so on there, if you go to youtube.com /Patrick Lamb, and then look for search for Craig Kilborn, there's actually a version of that that we performed at Craig Kilborn show quite a few years ago. But when that came out, fabulous song.
Right. So there's a link right there, youtube.com /Patrick Lamb. And,
subscribe, yeah.
Subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. And Kenneth said, "Are you touring?"
Kenneth, thanks for asking. So right now, it's crazy because we had almost nothing happening a couple of months ago, other than you know, the live streaming. And now I've booked, since that time, I've booked about 40 different events. Wow. You can see those on patricklamb.com. Most of those are regional, but I'm working on a lot of new music that's actually complete now. So we're working on a release for that for the next 2 years. We've got music. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm hoping that amidst your support, Jazzie, and people like you, that you can bring us out to your city, and that we can throw down.
Well, that's right. We would love to have you here in Montgomery. So what we're going to do now, Patrick, we're going to check out a performance from you, Beauty and the Beast, and we're going to talk about that. But first, we're going to show, this is Patrick Lamb, Beauty and the Beast, right here on Artist Talk.
love button. Thank you so much, everybody. All right. And I want to let you know I'm thinking about you. Stay encouraged. Don't you guys get discouraged out there, and stay in touch, okay? God bless, and I'll talk to you soon.
Oh, that was such a touching performance. And forgive me for saying Beauty in the Beast.
Oh, no, you have so much on your plate. I don't know how you do it. You know, in running these live streams, I know there's like people have no idea what goes, but it's like an entire NASA science project. It's like there's buttons here and this thing. You got to remember to bring this in, and then so no, I totally get it. Hey, and Grandma's Hands is one of my favorite songs. My grandma took care of me in Raymond, Mississippi. That's actually, I was born in Jackson, and so a little bit outside of Jackson is Raymond, Mississippi, and my grandmother, Maxwell, my parents, I know some of you can relate. My parents would send me to grandma's house so that I think they could get some time to themselves.
Right.
Sometimes that was like a week at a time, but you know.
But you know, there was something about that grandmother's when you played that song. Wow, it brought back so many memories. I was so close to my grandmother and grandfather. My grandfather lived to be 100 years old. My grandmother was 95.
You got good genes. You're gonna be like 110.
It was something about that grandmother's love, that connection, that family. And I just wanted to ask you, what's been your most consistent prayer? Do you have anything that's been a consistent prayer in your life?
Yeah, just to be of service, to be what God wants me to be. Because I don't know what that is. We don't know what that is, but just to let the Holy Spirit run through me and to do his work. And so, I don't have the mind of God, but hopefully to have as much of the mind of God as I can as I do what I do. Does that make any sense? That's the simplest way I put it. You know,
I love that. I love
let me be of service. Let me help others. Let me learn to do just do the right thing, because the music business will challenge you in every possible way. So it's good though, because Portland, Oregon has been a great training ground. I'll just leave it at that. It's been a great place for me to learn many skills.
Right. I can definitely relate to Patrick. Chico said, we need to have him in the UK. He's going, he has his
I'm ready. Let's go. I'm ready. I have like I said, I feel ready now. I have so much music, and I don't think I was ready before. I mean, there's a lot of great young cats, but I've been busy learning how to do many things, produce concerts. I have a sound company. I had a ticket company. I've toured around the world with many people. And there's something to be gleaned and learned if you're paying attention with every one of those things. And I think they help to make you a well-rounded a person when you're ready for the next step. So, yeah.
With just going back a little bit, you growing up, did you come from a musical family? Mom, dad, other sisters?
Well, my stepdad played piano in honky tonks weddings coming up. So, and we always had great records just across the board. So it was like, Coltrane to Ray Charles to Phoebe Snow to the Isley Brothers to, there's just so much great music. That's the beautiful thing about it is if you're bored today, there's, and especially with Apple Music, you can just click through unending amounts of incredible beauty and and re-inspire yourself. All you have to, it's just right there for the taking. So, well, he had great records on, he didn't teach me per se, but he did start a lot of gratitude to him for starting a after school program. Because when I came to Portland, I enrolled in a public school, and it's a good thing I did because they actually had a music program. And then the next year I went to a private school, but they didn't have a music program. So he started one. He taught there. So he started an after school music program. So yeah, every step along the way, everything has kind of, contributed a little bit. And when I look back on it now, it's nice to be able to look back and go, wow, that is truly, how did that, how God had that plan in the works. I don't know. Every little bit contributed,
And before I go to my next question, hi, Candace. She said, love you, Patrick and Joan. From Candace. We also
hi, Candace.
And Connie said, hi, Patrick. So glad to see
Connie.
you.
Hi, Connie.
Miss you on the Lamb Jam. It is awesome.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Connie.
You have gotten us through the pandemic. And I tell a lot of people, even for those who go back and watch the replay, if you have not watched Patrick just on his lives, on Facebook Live, whoever support, shame on you for that. So make sure you go over and check out, Patrick, how did you, and I don't think I asked you this when I first came on, last year was, I say, a blessing and a curse for all of us. How did you navigate and keep yourself sane through this entire year?
Study hall. You just, I've always been that way. When you come up against a cement wall and you can't go that way. We can't do live concerts, but I studied a lot. I practiced a lot. I wrote a lot of new music. I worked on a lot of new singles. I fostered some new relationships. I built a house during that time. Okay. So it was a good time to build a house because now lumber is like tripled.
That's true.
It's like the lumber cost has made it. I won't say what this house would cost to build with the new lumber cost, but it'd be impossible. So there's so many blessings. If you seize the moment, you pay attention, and you do what's in your heart. So it was the perfect time to do a lot of different things. And I think I've really learned that in life. Looking back on it, it's always a perfect time to do the next right thing and to dig deep. I've had to dig deep. I've built a lot of new relationships over this time period, and just upped my skill set, as it were. This whole live streaming thing, as you know, I look back at the first ones I did. I was just like, oh wow, it's not for the faint-hearted. You have to be willing to learn and jump in with both feet, and work on that learning curve.
That's true. And trust me, I have been through the experience when I start off, mistakes, things happen. So people are like, well, what happened, Jazz? Hey, this is all new to me. So I'm learning this. I'm trying this. So you see things, you try your best. The next time it gets better. It's get better as more as you practice. And I'm sure that the same as you with your music, which is simply amazing.
Thank you.
Your music. And I also want to say, hey, to my friend Costella.
Hi, Costella.
Hey, California. They know how to party.
California.
And Patrick Lamb, I thought when we were talking about artists, I could see you and Bruno Mars. And I always wanted to see you do a song with like Christine Aguilera.
I'm ready. I'm totally ready. It's funny. You were asking me what videos to show. I was reticent to show it, but I have some stuff of us doing Bruno Mars. Like if you look up Patrick Lamb Hit Factory. So I have this band that this this is another testimony. It's kind of like I set up this band as sort of an after. It was a shoot that we did for a photo shoot, and we had I had this beautiful studio for like the whole day, and so at the time of the end of the photo shoot, we had like 4 more hours, and I was like, man, got 4 hours of this beautiful studio. What can we do? And I was like, let's shoot a video. What do you think, guys? And so we shot a video. And I sang a bunch of Bruno Mars songs, and that's gotten me more gigs than I don't even know what to do with. So we're playing this huge event, hot August nights, and overlooking a beautiful Lake Oswego. We have Bethany Vineyards. We have you look at our schedule, it's crazy. But so never be careful what you say no to. If you and I don't make any claims to it. Look, I'd say this for our listening audience, the real singers out there. I don't make any claims to it, but let me tell you, we I got used to playing. I mean, we've been booked for like 30, 40 gigs with this stuff. People are ready to dance and party, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready.
So I got something I want to show you right here, Patrick. Right here.
Okay.
Who's back again? They don't know. They don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Masterpiece. Darling, living it up in the city. Pretty.
Hot damn.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, hot damn. Exactly. You got to give the people what they want, and people right now, people want to get up and dance. They do. They want to hug each other. They have been hurting a long time to connect, and we love to be, part of that what was the peanut brittle, the sugar. Something my grandma said about grandmas keep the family together like peanut brittle. I can't remember what it was, but anyway, you know what I'm talking about.
So, Patrick, Chica wants to know: are you performing now, or is that still on hold?
Well, Oregon and Washington State have been push, pull, push, pull, push, 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 pull. But now it appears that they're a good, solid double thumbs up. We just opened. I just solidified. I do sound and lights for different concerts too. So we just did solidified 10 concerts for the city of Happy Valley. Mm-hmm. I have another 6 weekends of shows that I'm waiting that are on hold.
Okay.
But this is the last area to open up, I think, the Oregon, Washington. But it looks like we're getting a good solid thumbs up here coming up soon. So hi, Candace.
Hey,
how are you?
Miss Woodson. That's my friend. She's so talented. Such a beautiful lady. Make sure you check out Candace Woodson. Patrick, I wanted you to talk about your philanthropy work. Yeah, I think that's amazing. Your support, like with the American Diabetes Association, American Cancer Association. How did you get involved with that?
It's I think it's just working on. As soon as you understand how blessed you are, if you have more than $10 in the bank, in this world, you just start right there. If you have, I read something, if you have more than $12 in the bank, you're like a 90, you're like, 1 percentile. There's so many people in this world struggling. They have, whether it's disease or a lack of food or lack of housing or lack of just love or family. You name it. There's people that ain't got it. they don't have it. And so I just think, if everybody does a little bit, mm-hmm. if everybody just does a little bit, what's in front? Because what happens is people look in front of them and they just think, well, that's too big. I can't do anything about that problem. No, you just do your little part. And if everybody just did that little part, then we would have a lot less to do. So I just do what I can with what I've got when I've got it. A lot of people are waiting for the planets to line up, and the planets aren't going to line up. The time is now. So just do that little bit, whatever you can do. And sometimes that leads into a long-term relationship like I had with the Children's Cancer Association. So I was part of the with her right at the inception of that, and then now it's a multi-million-dollar organization that has a big office downtown and serves incredible amount of people in the community. And so I'm proud of just being part of like the beginnings of certain things. So I just try to do good. That's why we're here. This sounds super simple, but just do good where you can. It'll be a better place.
That's right. So these next like series of questions, it could be, one answer, not a right or wrong answer, Patrick. So
sure.
Don't think about it too hard. What makes you strong?
Experience. And
okay.
Some suffering. You go through stuff in life, and let's see. I have 26 years without a drink, so I'm a recovered alcoholic. 26 years. So, and when you overcome things like that, and you see what God's done in your life, makes you feel loved. It just had a connection. So, my faith. Your faith.
I understand. What makes you cry?
Oh man, suffering of other people that I can't do anything about. There's just so much pain in this world, right now. So when you look at people trying to overcome things they can't overcome, or kids with cancer. If you've ever seen a child who has brain cancer, that'll make you cry. There's a lot of things that make you cry. Yeah, and the strong really are willing to cry and not be not be self-conscious about it, because that's real. That's real stuff.
That's real. Well, my friend, what makes you laugh?
Oh, my girl, Joan. She's the funniest person I know. Joan is she's not only is she smart, she's a top of her class, Carnegie Mellon, but she's just so we just laugh all the time. She has a real East Coast way, because I come from the West Coast, and so I kind of take things. I have tended to take things too literally, like people didn't used to be able to joke with me as much, but she's just slapped that out of me, and now we just laugh. We laugh all the time. You can laugh. She's taught me you can laugh about anything, even horrible stuff. In fact, that's the place I want to live from now on. Is if you can laugh at it, man, you can overcome it.
Right. And laughter is so good for the mind, the body. It's healing, just like music. And so what does music heal you from, Patrick?
Well, music's a give and a take. So I give, what God channels through me, and then people, give it right back. And then 2 + 2 = 5. That's the way I would say it. Something like that.
That's right. So Gerald said he thinks that should be your next song. Do That Little Bit by Patrick Lamb.
Okay. Well, it's funny you should say that, because I just wrote down like 100 different possibilities for new names. Actually, I would love to hear what you guys think. If you have some ideas for song titles, and I think it's really great, I'll be happy to use it and credit you. Yeah.
So you guys heard it right here on Artist Talk. Patrick Lamb say, hey, send him some, titles of some possible song titles, and he may possibly use that on his next project.
Thank you, Gerald. Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
So Patrick, Kenneth also said that, Portland has a thriving jazz scene. He said, I guess he would love to see you and Esperanza Spalding do something.
Oh, I would love to. She's such just a huge artist now, I've actually played with her a couple of times before here in Portland. More of as just a side person, not a feature person, but that would be fantastic. I'm ready. I would love to.
Yeah. So Patrick, outside of music, if you were not doing music, jazz and singing, what would you be doing?
Well, probably like I just throw stuff out there, like jet fighter pilot. I love that kind of stuff. I like building things. I like race cars. I like boating. I'm like a kid. I love everything. I climbed Mount Hood. If it's fun, I'd like to do it. But I think coming up, probably just more entrepreneurial, making money, kind of. I like making money and having fun doing it. So something. I mean, I do some stock market, but you know, I enjoy entrepreneurial stuff and making things happen. So I'm not sure, just as long as it be fun, close to the water and the beach, maybe.
Yeah. So what are some of your like other hobbies? I always see you like on the golf course too. Are you a big golf?
I'm a pretty challenged golfer, but on a good day, like I played at this benefit with Dunn's Duffers a couple of years ago. You know, I got lucky to be put on the course with a couple of golfers who were pros, who were old pros, and we won the tournament. But I hardly hit the ball. Like they would hit it like 300 yards, and I'd go up there and tap it in. You know. And then, so I'm trying. Well, I get invited to play a lot of golf, and my whole thing is I just don't want to embarrass my friends anymore. So yes, I'm going to the driving range, and it's just like music. You know, the structure gives you the freedom to do what you want to do. So, but if you don't practice, you know, your putting and your driving and your chipping, especially the chipping, you know, you're gonna be embarrassing somebody.
I understand. Just like, you know, a lot of my friends, you know, we growing up, I don't know what it is. We were not allowed to play cards in my house. I don't know what that was with my mom. So I never really learned how to play cards. So a lot of my friends, as I got older, asked me to play cards, and I totally embarrassed them. So I don't play the cards. Right.
You know, I mean, because it's a social thing, it's a feel-good thing. You want it to feel good, and if they're, you know, just, you know, hitting a perfect game and you're, you know, hitting your balls off of the course, you know, it's not a happy situation. So yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm doing pretty good. But I definitely gonna step it up this year, the golf game.
Okay. So we had another comment. Candace Whitson said, "Me too, making money and having fun doing it." That's right, Candace.
Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that, right?
Candace said, "Are you a trader for Forex, stocks, things of that nature?"
Yes, I do the stock market.
Okay.
I've been doing it a lot lately because music has been down. So, you know, you just got to channel your energy in a different place. So yeah, I've been doing some stock market, and it's been up and down. Learned up at 4 a.m. Learning, listening, you know, to the different like the you know, different channels that are. There's some great people out there. So, but yeah, if you're going to do trading, you have to get up early and get in and then get out, or otherwise you're doing long-term stuff, which I do some of too.
Okay. So Patrick, for people that are watching this, who go back and watch the replay, how can we continue to support Patrick Lamb and your music?
Well, I want to stay in touch with every one of you, first of all. So you can send me an email, patrick@patricklamb.com. Get on my email list. Just send me an email right now. Just take a minute. And I have an email list of about 14,000. You can subscribe at my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Patrick Lamb. Just hit the subscribe. Okay. And then go like my Facebook fan page. I think probably the easiest way to stay in touch is just facebook.com/Patrick Lamb Music. And that's where I post most of the happenings and so forth.
Any more of like virtual shows that you have coming up?
I haven't scheduled any just because we're getting so busy. Like I had 3 gigs this weekend.
Oh wow!
So, and so it's you know, I want to play live. I'd much rather go play live. Is that a bad thing? Yeah.
No.
I love to get out there and play. So, and there's a lot of things in the works right now. So I've been just focusing on getting back out there and talking to people and getting that energy going. So I hope I can get something going on in your town. What are the possibilities that? Who do I need to talk to?
Well, we can make that. We can make that happen through WVAS. So we do the Nat King Cole Jazz Festival, but you know, before that happened, pandemic, I'm not sure if it's going to, hopefully it'll come back in 22. So we have Patrick Lamb in our lineup.
And I would love to. I know not everybody, I'm sort of new. I know it's a trip. I've been in the business for a while, but I feel like I'm just starting in a strange kind of way. And big shout out to you, to people like Alexander Derzonjic. There's different people across Doc. There's a lot of people out there that are going to start bringing me to their city.
All right.
So I'm ready. Please bring us out. And I have a lot of new music too. I think you're going to really, really like it.
Okay. Wow. I can't wait. And I tell everybody to also, check out, I play homebrew in Tailgate. And I was like, Patrick has so much great music. And I know he's probably saying, Jazzy, you can play something else. But I play homebrew in Tailgate today.
Thank you. Man, play whatever your jam is, please just you can put it on at Spotify, Patrick Lamb Spotify channel. You could do search stuff on YouTube, Apple Music. But no, I definitely appreciate it. And it's nice to have enough music for people to have choices. So thank you for that.
Well, and I tell people all the time, make sure you follow Jazzie KWard, because every weekend, every Saturday on my show, Saturday Jazz Affair on 90.7, I do my own Spotify playlist. And Patrick Lamb is always in that Spotify playlist.
Thank you, Jazzy.
So make sure you guys, go and add that to the Spotify playlist. That's right. It's also about supporting indie recording artists. They need your support. It's a lot, it's a challenge out there being an indie recording artist, being independent, not signed to a label. I'm sure a lot of people don't know the work that it goes into booking shows, producing albums. It's a lot of money. So these artists need your support. So don't forget to go over to patricklamb.com. And Patrick, we only have a few minutes left, but I know you received the Muddy Awards, the Blues Awards 3 times. You did a performance at the White House, and your project you did, the Thompson and Lamb project. Could you talk about your performance at the White House real quick?
Sure. I was promoting, that's back in when was that? 1992? Oh my gosh. That was a long time ago. It was the Clintons were in office, and I was promoting a Christmas CD, a Biscara Lamb project, Home for the Holidays.
Okay.
And we were on Channel 2 promoting that, and so was Christopher Radko. If you're not familiar with Christopher Radko, you need to go search him out right now. He's the most incredible, beautiful, personal, historic ornaments you've ever seen in life. You just need to. And so he was on the show. He had some big promotion at Nordstrom, and then he was on KPTV Channel 2 promoting what he was doing. We were there playing, and so we just kind of hit it off. We talked, and I had a CD release that night, and so he said, well, can I come to the CD release? I said, sure. He came out. He loved it. He got a couple of CDs. We exchanged numbers. He took off. I didn't think much of it. This is great personality and soon to be friend. But at any rate, he called a couple of weeks later. He said, hey, Patrick, this is Christopher Radko. I just want to let you know I'm here at the White House. I'm decorating the White House this week, and I just had your music, and we shared it with the social secretary, and they loved it, and they would like you to come perform for the lighting of the Christmas tree. And so,
wow. That's beautiful.
So that's kind of how that happened. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Thank you so much, Gerald. He said he checked out your website. He signed up, and he said, "Did you write Sweet Tea?"
Hi, Gerald. Thanks for asking. So that was Jeff Lorber and I. And that was part of a record. I went in 1 week to write with Jeff, and we just every day we'd meet and come up with ideas and write songs. And then the next week we recorded the whole thing. We had people come in. So yes, I co-wrote that. Hi, Cheryl Seifert. Cheryl's one of our favorite people, fans. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? Chico
says that you got his support.
And you were asking, what else were you asking about? So the White House, Muddy Awards. Yeah. So we played I guess you call it paying your dues, playing the blues. So I am from Mississippi. Going way back, I got my start with, if you're from Mississippi and you don't know him, you should look him up. He was my mentor. His name's Andy Hardwick. And he played with Lionel Hampton, and he's just a magical musician, a real scholar, And so I went to, have you got a couple of minutes?
Actually, my producer, I have about 2 minutes, Patrick.
Okay, I'll be real short. Anyway, I went back. My grandmother was sick. I stayed there. I ended up staying there for a while. I got a gigs with Andy Hardwick, and he was sort of my mentor, and taught me a whole lot about what I do. So that's the short of it. Check him out, Andy Hardwick.
Okay, and tell people real quick about the Thompson Lamb project. Can you talk about that in about 30 seconds?
Sure. If you don't know about Michael Thompson is probably one of the most recorded guitarists in the history, I think, as far as I can ascertain, legitimately. I mean, he's on all of Celine Dion, David Foster's Babyface. Check him out, Michael Thompson. And we did a tour to Jakarta, playing for the president of Jakarta with Jeff Lorber. We met, we became great friends, and then we didn't talk for a while. And then I was looking to do a new project, so I looked him up. And we have the new project called Thompson Lamb Project that you can check out at thompsonlambproject.com.
That's right. Any on your upcoming work, any collaborations with anybody you can tell us about? Any secrets? Or surprises?
Sure. I can tell you it's with combined, the two people have like 40 number one hits. And I don't want to tell you everything yet, but I'm really excited. Both of the people I'm working with are people I really respect, have unbelievable success, and they've really helped me learn how to do what I do better, and shine. So I'm excited about it. We have pretty much completed. They're going to mastering this week, and then I'll be very grateful for you guys every time you guys spin it and play it. I thank every single one of you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Yeah.
So next time, Patrick, when you do your album, call Jazzie and have me on that. I can do an opening, a closing, or something.
Okay. All right. Well, we can do. Absolutely. Are you kidding? We'll hook it up.
Yeah. I can do it in 30 seconds, Patrick. In this business, you always hear people say, "Don't go into the music business." Someone watching this show, what's words of wisdom and advice that you can give them about this business?
Just whatever you're going to do, put your whole heart in it. Okay. Because if your whole heart is not in it, you're not going to make it. You got to look around and what you're looking around now actually is a great time. You look around now, you see who's standing.
Yeah. I see some people.
I see them, Jazzie, and those are the people because the people who, there's going to be ups and downs, and if you can't take it, it's going to knock you out. So you gotta just know that if you have to ask, and this is not to be mean, but positive, the most positive way. But if you have to ask, should I go into the business? The answer is probably no. I don't know if that's not a great segue out. You just your heart has to be in it, and you have to be a sensitive, but you have to be a warrior. Right. Then those have to be all right there together. Yeah. All at the same time. Sensitive love, but you gotta be a tough person.
That's right. But ladies and gentlemen, I've had this wonderful, great conversation with my friend, international recording artist, saxophonist, and vocalist. And I'm going to ask you this. I know my producer, he was saying, like Jazz.
He's like, stop it.
You're as a vocalist. Do you like singing?
I love singing.
Okay.
I sing with I sing duets with Diane Shore, with her BB King release. I've sang with Bobby Caldwell background, and then I sing with Gino Vanelli. I actually sing on some of his records, so yeah, I just embrace it all.
Okay. All right. Thank you, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, again, the phenomenal Patrick Lamb. Go to patricklamb.com. Check him out. Again, Patrick, thank you so much for not only your friendship, your always kind words, your positive we love Patrick Lamb, and just thank you for giving us great music. Thank you.
Jazzie, thank you so much. I always look at you. You're a shining light out there, and the messages that you put out there, I'm taking it in, and you're helping to lift up everybody. So thank you, my friend.
You're so welcome. And come back on the show anytime on Artist Talk. Come back when your new project comes out. Come back and talk to me about it.
I will do. And until next time.
All right. And I'll hold around can you hold around for just a second?
Sure, you bet. Mm-hmm.
All right, thanks. Hey, everybody. Again, what a great conversation with the one and only Patrick Lamb. And if you don't know Patrick Lamb, shame on you for not knowing Patrick Lamb. Make sure you check him out. Check me out, Jazzie KWard. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's KWard Radio. My website is KWardRadio.com. If any artist that would like to be featured on the show, any way that I can support you, my information is there. Mailing address, if you'd like to support the show, PayPal, Cash App is there. No amount is too small. Join me each and every Saturday on WVAS, that's FM 90.7. That's on the campus of Alabama State University. That's WVASFM.org. Join me each and every Saturday from 8 a.m. until 12 noon. Another great show. Join me back here on Monday. In closing, make sure you take care of yourself and be kind to others. We'll see you next time.
A live one-on-one conversation, 30 minutes of pure entertainment with musicians, writers, and actors to motivators, chefs, and even rappers to up-and-comings with the it factor. It's the Jazzie KWard coming at ya.